सोनू ये नगेट बाहर आ गया है.
Okay, thank you very much, Tim. Thank you very much for everyone to join. So I'm very happy to welcome you all, and also I'm very happy to introduce our the great speakers today. So first we will be joined, and she will be conducting the program. Kiran Khan, she is joining from Dubai. She is having a very rich experience, and she is already conducted several sessions. She is a psychologist and also a life coach. She has already conducted many programs on the international level. Just I'm very happy to share some of her programs. I will also just like this sit, and the participants are as motivated as the trainer. This is a news item which is published, Karen, and
Yes,
so she has conducted many sessions for the school students and for teachers. This is a teacher session which Karen was doing.
sir. It's not, sir.
Yeah. So she has conducted.
We cannot see the photos. We were not able to see the photos, sir.
Is it visible? Is it visible?
No, sir. No, sir. We can see only the folder. The folder is seen.
Now?
No, sir.
One minute. One minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
So this is a news. Others, please mute your calls. Please mute your calls. So Kiran has conducted many sessions across the world. She is joining from Dubai, and this is one of the news item about Kiran. And this is her session in an international school, wherein she was giving the psychological aspects to the children. And this is her one more session in which she has been discussing about the various aspects of exams and exam fears. And she is also a trainer for teachers. And these all are the teacher sessions which she has undertaken. So she has already addressed many people across international spectrum, and I welcome Kiran. And Kiran will be taking the session now. Just I'm moving, and I will be joining afterwards. And I'm making Kiran the host. I'm making her host, and just I'm moving. I will be joining. Otherwise, she herself will be taking. And I'm also happy to introduce Shola Joy. Shola Joy, can you say hi? Shola Joy is also an international trainer, and she is also joining from Dubai. And Mudazir Azam. Mudazir, can you say hi? Mudazir,
hello everyone.
Is joining from Saudi, and he is also a psychologist and also an international trainer. And he has also handled many sessions. Prerna Dikshit, actually she is a very important person. She is into the very important aspects as far as the nation building is concerned. And I'm very happy to introduce Prerna Dikshit, Shola Joy, and Mudazir. And Kiran will start the program now. Kiran, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, good afternoon. For me, it is afternoon. It's 3:30. So good afternoon to all. I hope you all are doing good. Nobody's feeling sleepy or nobody's having any anxiety or anything, because we are just going to go into the Zoom call of exam fear. Yes. So today's topic is exam fear. So I want the participants. We have 42 participants here. I think so many will be joining now. So what I want is, I want everyone to please write your name and from where you are joining the Zoom call. So please go in the chat box, write your name, write the place where you're joining from, so we can like have more and more conversation about how things are with you there. Okay. So please share, and I want everyone to please mute your calls. Please keep yourself muted. Please mute your calls. Please mute your calls. Yes. I am having Kirtana from UAE. Hey Kirtana. Chaitanya from Bangalore. Mudassar from Saudi Arabia. Radha Mangal from MP. Nidhi from Gurgaon. Sangeeta from Mumbai. I think so. We are having from each part of India, yeah, and from abroad also. Dr. Tripti. Hi, Dr. Tripti. Arushi from Delhi. Okay. Okay, the chats are going on. Chats are coming. It's like, you know, it's like a flood coming in the chat box. Okay. So first thing I want to ask: have everyone, each one of us, gone through exams? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. Let me just put as. Please mute your calls. Please, people, mute your calls. I am not able to hear. Yes, great. So I hope everybody have gone through the exams, yeah. And sometimes it was very tough. Yes, in our childhood, even our younger age, even in our schools and colleges, we felt exams were like, you know, fearing us. Have somebody got nightmares? Have somebody got nightmares? Please put yes. Please put why. Did anyone get a nightmare of exam? Have anyone got nightmare of exam? Because I have seen in my class when I used to study, I used to see so many people, they used to rest. Oh, yeah, we have people here who have got nightmares of exams. So what happens when we think of exam, we feel, oh my God, it's an anxiety. Yes, it happens. The anxiety comes over us. So today, what is the topic of our presentation, or today, the 1 hour session, what we are having? So we are going to talk about exams. Why is exam fearful? Exam fear is the topic of today. And why does exam fear us? What is the reason does exam fear us? So let me show some presentation to you all. I have created a small presentation. It's not very big. Okay, guys, just 1 minute. Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay. I hope you all can see. Everyone can see. Just please put a yes in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, so super. Thank you so much. Okay. So now we are 4 trainers over here. We are 4 people over here who are going to take the session today. So we have distributed a particular time for each one of us. So I don't want to take other people's time, otherwise they will not like me. So let me just go forward. So when we talk about exams, people, please mute your calls. Again, I'm just saying, please mute your calls. Okay. So when we talk about exams, we get fear in our mind. Yes. But we need to understand that exam is something which will help in further in our life. Yes. So exam is what we are going to have. We are going to have a life challenges. We are going to solve life challenges with exams. So going further, so the great person India, the great person of our India, Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad, have told just 1 minute. I think so. I need to mute everyone because Please mute your calls, please. So he have said about developing young minds is developing nation. Yes, you all agree with me? Developing young minds is developing nation. Yes, that is how we are going to grow. Yes, that's how we are going to grow. So when we have exams, I don't know what is happening actually. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay. So when we have exam, we feel pressure, we feel crying, we feel forgetfulness, panicking, attacks, and everything comes to us, and anxiety level grows up. So what happens? This comes in the loop. This comes into the loop, and this is how we feel that, oh, exam is going to take over us. So this is how we are not able to find out how to cope up with exam, or what should we do with exams. Yes. So when exams are coming close to us, we get such type of anxiety, and such type of pressure comes to us. So what we feel exam is like anxiety, frustration, fear of failure, expectations are high. We get peer pressures. Yes. So that's how we feel that exams are so bad. Why do people take exams? They should not take exams. Yes, but it is not like that. Exams are really important for us. So why exams are important? Because why exams are important to us? Because exams in our life are there to step up for the future. We are going to step in our future, so we need to know what the future carries for us. So we need to always have a big picture for the future. So how should we go into that? So that is how we need to step. It helps us to step in the future. So it tests our knowledge. Yes.
Can you please mute everyone? It is so noisy.
Yes, that is what I was looking for, but I'm not able to get it. Actually, I'm not able to get it. How should I? 1 second. Guys, please mute your calls. Guys, please mute your calls. Everyone, I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys. So sorry, guys. I think so. I need to stop this thing. Mudassar, can you help me?
Ma'am, in participants, you will have that option to mute all. In participants.
No, I don't have.
Oh, like look, like are you using your smartphone or what? All right,
no, I'm doing with laptop. I got it. Thank you. Got it. Okay. So coming back to the presentation again. It's very silent now. But however, I need to do it. I'm so sorry about it. Okay. So what exams teaches us? Exam teaches us how to step up in our future. It takes the test of our knowledge. It takes the test of our brain power. It takes the test of our calmness, how calm we can stay. And it also takes the ability to remember and recover. Whatever information we are taking in, are we able to recover the information? Are we able to work with the information? This is how our brain works. The timings, the exam timings, what are there? The exam timings, how we are able to write the paper in 3 hours. So that is how the ability of writing also it helps. Okay, and how the test timing, and most important and the biggest important thing is ability to handle stress. How do we handle the stress? That is how our exams help us to do. The next one is exam help us with the value, confidence, belief system, our time management, our brain power. So everything is like how our I don't know, somebody scribbling on my screen, so I'm so sorry for that again. But yes, this is how our brain works. Okay, what exam brings? Let me give an insight. Okay. What exam brings? Exam brings value system, because how we should work with each other, or what type of value system do we have for ourselves? That is how our exam helps us to do extraordinary thinking. the thinking, the thought process in recovering, and again on recovering, and how do we take the things in. That is how extraordinary thinking it helps. Self-assessment, overcoming failures, it helps us. It also helps us in improving our skills like mathematics skills and communication skills. It helps. Okay. This is, and I want you all to, okay, let me just take back. Let me just stop the presentation. Okay. Now I'll open the chat. I'll open the chat also, and I'll open the call also. I want you all to say, I want you all to write down or put it into a chat box. Write down two strengths of your study skills, two strengths of your studies, and two negative of your studies. What are the two strengths you have in your study skills, and what are the two negative part of your study skills which you're not able to cope up? Are you all getting me? Please write in the chat box. Okay, and I'll open also. Okay, I have unmuted also. Please share your experience of your two study skills. What are your two study skills? That is your strength. And what are your two study skills which you feel are negative? You're not able to cope up with those things. Yes, I'm getting some answers. Oh, weaknesses. Yes. Thank you. Superb. Yes. Yes, please. Superb. Yes.
Sure.
It happens. Yes. It happens. Yes. Yes, Dr. Dripti.
మీ డాక్టర్ అని ఎవరు పంపించిండ
Okay.
బిజినెస్ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది.
Overloaded chapters. Yeah, nervous. Yes, it happens. Overthinking and distractions. Weaknesses. I don't like reading. Oh my God, I don't like reading and do not. Okay, can't speak. Okay. Okay. So what? So why don't I give someone who can help you with all these things? Will it be good? Yes or no? Put yes.
Yes,
Put
yes.
yes or no. Yes. What
Yes.
what if I give you someone who can help you with all your exam fears, or he'll give you some technique with what you'll able to, like, come out of all the fears. Okay. So let me introduce Mr. Mudassir. Mr. Mudassir Azam, he's joining us from Saudi Arabia. He's joining us from Saudi Arabia, and he is a parent and child coach. Parent and child. So sorry. I think so. And we need to mute everyone. Yeah. So he's a parent and child coach, and he's based in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and he's a counseling psychologist for special needs. So I want you all to please bring your hand together, give a clap for Mr. Mudassir. Mr. Mudassir, please join.
Hello,
I'll
hi.
make you as a I'll make you as a co-host.
Hello, hi, and
Yes.
a very lovely good afternoon to you all from my part of the world. Kiran, I'm just only 1 hour away, like from time difference, since you're in the UAE. So yes, so my part of the segment is gonna discuss more about the exam fear techniques and how things can be tackled to like minimize the number of what you call the conflicts, fear, or like any anxiety related. Okay, so to give like a short brief about it, why do we fear about exams? Is it due to fear of failing? For some, it could be fear of failing, or could be the most, or some or many have like low level of confidence or self-esteem, or maybe they don't have the right resources and tools to prepare. And on the other side of the spectrum, there is also what you call the high expectations from like other people count, such as from parents, from like educators, and peer pressures is among them. Well, Why do we experience so much exam fear? For some, it may be exam phobia. It could be for a certain amount of time, or God knows, for maybe a month or two, but that doesn't last just during the exam. It also extend to the span of time until you get the results or the report card here. Yes, once upon a time, I was a student as well. So I've been there, we all been there. I mean, the number of trainers and like educators where we have on this platform, we've been there, we experienced, and we have bloomed and blossomed like later on. So I'm not going to take too much time on that one, but I'll tell you the number of reasons why do they have fear, the exam fear, or like phobia, just people term it out there here. So it could be a fear of faring badly or like letting down your parents, or maybe there are certain subjects for majority of the learners, they either dislike math or physics or like any subject related, yes, which is they don't consider to be as the most interesting, or it doesn't get to their minds, or like inability to understand what exactly are they trying to study or to concentrate. And when one person is giving importance to the grade, there's also the self-esteem correlated with that, because grades are a part of achievement, but they are not actually the progress. As soon as one places grades as a part of the achievement, that lowers down their self-esteem. And of course, being a learner or a student themselves, they also experience like negative self-talk during the exam or during the exam season. It could also prolong at a certain number of time. And comparing oneself, for instance, it could be your sibling, it could be your senior, or it could be your one of your family members who's still in the school. Yes, and like setting the high bar to oneself. So I have given the thoughts like over there, but if you ask about how they physiologically and psychologically experience, some experience, or like many, God knows how many, but also varies from one person to another. So as their coping skills, they experience sleepless night or days filled with anxiety and panic. Yes, I can see certain that. So now we have known the number of reasons that the cause and effect. Now, when we know the cause and effect, now how can we best cater to our learners or to our caregivers and to the students? How can we support them? So I will start first with the students, since they come first line of the defense. I would say when it comes to exam, I would say there are three phases: before, during, and after. But before I go on to, there are certain interventions or strategies that you have to bear in mind at all cost. The first thing is, are they very well revised with the content what they actually have gone through the academic year? Yes. The second thing is, have they planned along with their timetable what to do and what not to do, and how do they able to take breaks like in between their study? Because if you ask me, from I mean being a like millennial myself, whenever we have,
Kada. Huh?
okay, can everyone like mute their calls? Okay, thank you very much. So speaking about the planning and timetable, I mean, coming from being a millennial, I mean, I experienced myself that whenever we have the exam season, it's like we have what you call some kind of martial law, or what you call the curfew. No TV, no games, no nothing, no anything. You just study home, just study, and that's it. So that doesn't always work. Okay, you have to manage how to balance your social and your like academic life. Well, certainly you can have some like amount of joy, but you have to limit during those times and give priority to something else. But that doesn't mean giving priority only to the academic, but also to your own social and psychological well-being. That certainly counts.
So
So
what will you suggest, Mr. Mudassir? I just want to interrupt. What will you suggest to people during their exams? What should they do? How should they cope up with the stress?
cope up with their stress? Well, when it comes to before the exams, I mean, before they appear to the exams, I would suggest that make sure that they take breaks like during their studies, and to ensure themselves that they meet their physiological aspect first, like sleeping well and like eating well. Yes, these three are the main things, because when we don't take breaks, because it usually hampers your like attention span, and when they don't sleep, that also not only deteriorate their own immune system, but also their attention span, and whatever content they are like absorbing, it doesn't quickly transfer to their like long-term like memory. So these are the things, these three things have to be well maintained, and taking breaks is also essential. Yes. And my final thing is for the student is, do they really understand what are they reading on the question paper during the exam? Because like most of them, they usually panic in the way that the question is the same question how it was covered in the textbook, but it is kind of formatted in a bit different way. So we have to help them understand that, do they really understand the question, or they're simply just getting one keyword to justify it? Yeah, so like, this is something, this is also an art. So I think this is something that educators and parents should also give a bit stress, that how questions can be asked differently. Like someone say explain, someone say like elaborate, or someone say like give, compare or contrast. So I think I'm speaking a bit more technical, but usually in the school
No, I
level,
think so.
things are
I think so
simplified.
we will need some techniques. If you can give just one or two specific techniques, like how should they work with the time what they are. Yes.
How should they work with their time is to just create what you call a timetable, or like you create a schedule. For some, like, I mean, it may differ from one student to another, but we all are unique, and so as our capabilities differ. So
Super.
you do have to take a breaks and make
Yes.
sure they are well hydrated, because when they don't drink water here, that what do you call that, their brain deprives from like oxygen.
Super.
So you have to ensure that they drink,
Yeah.
their water consumption is really well, and they
Yeah.
eat well, and they sleep well. And also they have to take breaks, like doing any kind of physical activity, like rather than doing any kind of intellectual, or just simply watching TV, or like anything. I'm not opposed to any kind of intellectual activities, but there should be some amount of physical activity. Like it could be like a short amount of exercise, or some just go and play football or cricket, or maybe what you can do for particularly for cricket lovers, I mean, you take out your valuable time and just say, okay, during these hours, I'm going to dedicate my time. And by the time I got this time for my play, I'll go and play cricket with my friend or something. Could be an hour or 45 minutes. Yes, that
Yeah.
certainly does work. And most like, and this is one thing for the student. But for the parents, I would say there's the one for the parents and the educator is avoid comparing their performance with any other student or siblings, because this certainly hampers their self-confidence and like self-esteem. So in order for them to remain calm and have a greater level of composure, you need to make sure that they are encouraged and they get all the help what they need. Yes, rather than okay,
Mudassar,
can
1
everyone mute
minute.
their
Can I,
calls?
Mudassar, 1 minute? Can I ask you all, please mute your calls? Please, parents, students, please mute your calls. Please mute your calls. Otherwise, I have to mute everyone. 1 second, Mudassar. I think so. I have. Yes. Yeah.
The learner performance shouldn't be compared with like anyone else, whether one is the parent
That's
or
true.
like educators at
That's
all
true.
times. I mean, that has to be appreciated and like encouraged because of their efforts, rather than focusing solely on their achievements and grades. Because the more they are like encouraged, the more they will feel like inner like intrinsic motivation. So that would help them remain more calm and greater levels of composure whenever they're facing any kind
Yeah.
of challenges, including what you call during the exams as well. So this is for life as well. So and the second thing I would say is, okay, is there someone else like among our parents or like educators or like maybe students who have a learning disability? Because I want to know how many are there. Any with dyslexia, dyscalculia, or like SPLD? Anyone? Okay, for people who
Yes.
have like, okay, all right, fine. So would you be happy to share more details on that?
Yes. Can I? I'm Sarita.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm Sarita from Nepal. I have writing problem. I'm good
Okay.
with reading, and
Okay.
speaking, and it was really very hard for me to cope up and come up with that. However, I have been managing it. So it's basically it's a spelling. Like I know, like if I don't read it repeatedly, then I keep on making mistakes nowadays also.
Okay.
However, in few, but now again, like I cope up, but still I know I make many mistakes while I write.
Okay.
So
Well,
due
that
to
explains to
the
me.
technologies, due to the technology, it's been easier for me to go ahead with most of my work, because now you have mobile laptops and you work
What
on
will
the
you
computer,
suggest
so
for
it
that,
has been easy.
Mr. Mudassar?
Uh-huh.
What will you suggest, Sarita, for one technique which you can
Yes.
do, which you can use it?
Okay, if you ask me, if you're having trouble with the handwriting part, if there is someone in the exam, you could request someone in the school, by the school authorities, that someone to be like a transcriber who could help you to write it down. And if you're using, and if they allow you to use the laptop, so you could certainly type it out and use of spell checker. I know there is by the Richard Branson and his firm, like NPO, they have done some like amazing work. So spell checkers does work well. And if things are getting writing part is more difficult, there is also a software called Dragon Suite, or you have on,
Yes.
if you're using your Apple or something else, you could simply transcribe by using your headphone, and you could speak out verbally, and that goes
Yes.
directly to the Word document. And then afterwards, it's up to you if you want to alter any kind of writing. So that is
So
one
that
thing.
is
And the second thing is, I would say,
that is
yes,
a
the
technology friendly thing. That is a technology
technology
friendly
friendly.
thing.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. And
So that
the second
will
thing
help.
is, I would
Yes.
say, yeah, and the second thing is, I would say that when you're in the exam, make sure that you have not only invigilator like around, but that student should be like in a different room with one like invigilator and one with the helper who could help out with the reading and writing progress. So whenever the question comes, make sure that the question is read out loud by them, because when they read it, it really feels difficult for them. When someone else read the question for them,
Yes.
that really helps
Yes.
it. And when you answer the
Absolutely.
question, whether it's verbally or you written on the paper, make sure that you read out loud by the helper, because there are
Sarita, make
times you
sure.
realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So you
sorry.
can,
Sorry,
Can
sorry. No, Mudassir, I was just asking Sarita to get connected to you, so that
oh, sure.
you can explain her more and help her, like what are the issues she's facing, and she can get better with all those things. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right, fine. So you could get in touch with like
yes,
like Democare and with me. Yes.
please
And
add your Insta and Facebook and your number on
okay.
the chat, please, so that
Okay.
whoever wants to get connected to you, they can directly get connected to you.
6294289.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
All right, fine. There's
Mudassar,
one final thing I
can I
would
take
conclude
over
it.
now? Yes.
There is
Yes,
one
please.
final thing I would conclude. It won't take time.
Yes.
And if the anxiety and like depression levels are lurking too much, I suggest that you can consult first with your school counselor, or like any kind of student focus led group, because that would certainly help them that to know that we are not only like alone, but they will certainly learn like during that span of time, how can we support themselves. And one more addition, I would say, if you have pets like cats and dogs, they are the good therapy during this time. Also, like so.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all from your side, and
Pets are
I'm
the
really
best.
like honored to be on your side.
Yeah. Sorry
So
again. Okay. Thank you so much, Mudassar, for giving so much of information on exam ideas and how the techniques, how we can use and move forward in our life to get a better self, to get to work with self better. And as you said about water, as Mudassar have added a point of drinking water. So why don't we go to a water therapy coach? We have a coach. We have a Shola Joy here, who is going to speak on water therapy in your life, in your exams. So I would like to connect with Shola Joy. Yes. Hi. So
Hi,
over to
Kerun.
you, Shola Joy. Hi, over to you, Shola Joy.
Yeah. Kerun, that was really excellent. And of course, Mudassar was really giving good exam techniques, which I think is the need of the hour at this point of time. So without taking much time, let's go to the next step that can help everyone around. And that is, let me just share my screen.
मैं आप फरी अटेंड कर बताइए एग्जाम्स के लिए तुम्हारे इसलिए बोलो एक आधा घंटा है बस
Please, everybody, can you all mute? One second. Yeah. So, yeah, Kiran, is it okay? Can it be heard, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's get down to actually what is the most important thing, that is actually water or wonder liquid. And why do I say that? Is studies have shown that drinking water prior to an exam may increase your okay. Is it okay now, Kiran?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Was it missed before? Okay, just to begin with, actually studies show that drinking water prior to an exam may increase your academic performance. And so the question is, why drink water? Because research says that our brain is roughly 75% water, and when it's functioning on a full tank, you'll be able to think more clearly, increase your ability to focus. One sec. So avoiding dehydration will help stabilize your mental health over time. And as we all know, this is the exam time. So exam time is one of the common causes of high anxiety by dehydration. And when you say dehydration, if it occurs, it can also cause panic attacks. And with being panic is actually giving us a feeling like you are dying. So when dehydrated, you expose yourself to many of the symptoms such as increased heart rate, headaches, muscle fatigue, and weakness, and feeling faint and lighthearted. So with that, we come to seeing all those issues. We think, why should we be drinking water and the benefits of drinking water? As we said, our body is almost 70% to 75%, as the research says, that our body constitutes of water. So the most important thing that it says is, let's make water your friend. Why? Because one, it will help us to boost our brain power. And when we say boosting brain power, it says it helps us to make faster decision making. It improves our performance on cognitive tests, improve focus, increase alertness, improves reaction time and attention span, which is the need of the hour during our exams mainly. Secondly, it also helps our lungs. Now, how does it help our lung? It's like when it is dehydrated, it can cause our mucus to thicken and become sticky, which causes an issue with our respiration, and also will cause us a lot of allergies and respiratory problems. The third one is we have helping our stomach. To help our stomach is to break down our food and flush out toxins. And of course, the wonderful thing that we come back to is our healthy heart. It can pump, by drinking water, it can help pump blood through the body more efficiently and reduce the strain on a very important and vital organ of our body. Then we come to boosting our energy, and how by drinking water, it helps us to fight fatigue. And being dehydrated can actually affect our mood, making us cranky, making us irritable, and also tired. And I think that is not what we want our children to be happening to. Second, we come down to blood normalizer, which is keeping our cells and organs fully hydrated, which decreases the risk of high blood pressure, which is actually at this point of time, most of the parents are going through with the high blood pressure issues because of the children appearing for the exams. And then we also have the good mood, which is what we want all our children to be in. And so keeping them hydrated will be able to give, they'll be able to manage their emotions well. And also the reduced intake will make the children feel anxious. Reduced intake of water will make them feel anxious and also nervous. That is why they need to be well hydrated. And of course, the most important thing is healthy skin. So drinking enough water will actually balance our skin and also the water content, and keep our, helps prevent excessive oil and sebum secretion, which means fewer pores and acne, which I know every girl would want to have a beautiful skin glowing.
Shola, I think so. Swati have asked one question. Swati said we can not only water, ma'am. We can take any liquids like fresh juices, coconut and water, water and buttermilk, coconut water and buttermilk. What would you like to say on that?
Yeah, those ones are actually good, but I'm also still coming down to certain other things, which is actually presented on my next slide. So they actually, if we go to recommended daily intake of water by WHO, is for children ages 5 to 8 is 5 glasses of water. To age 9 to 12 is 7 glasses of water, and age 13 and above is 8 to 10 glasses of water. Now, drinking soda, juice, or milk actually doesn't count towards water intake, and as many parents think that milk, juice, soda in their system will keep them hydrated, this is partially correct. Okay, but however, sodas and juices are loaded with sugar, which causes constipation or diarrhea. And plus the sodium in the sodas will actually dehydrate, and kids actually don't need excess salt and sugar. It slows down their, thinking capacity. That's why they need water to grow. So I hope I have answered Swati's question.
Yes.
Okay.
But children doesn't like too much water. Yes, Swati, that is there. But as a parent, we need to help them to drink. Yeah. We need to make them understand. Yes. Somi, can you just please mute? Somi, please mute. Yes.
And so I go down to some of the suggestions that we recommend is, if your children comes home from school grumpy or tired, give them the most important thing, glass of water. And I always keep a glass of water next to me, is because whenever we go through any that's great, Kerun. Yeah, that's really important when we go through any through any important work. It's really important that we keep ourselves hydrated so that we are calm and we are relaxed. And secondly,
how prepare for upcoming final exams. Yeah, Mahvish, I've asked, ma'am, can you please tell us how should we prepare for upcoming final exams? Mahvish, we have one more segment. You have to wait with us, and after this, you're going to get the how you're going to cope up with your exams. Okay. Yes, Shola, please go on.
Actually, water is also one part of how to cope with the exams, right? And then basically also say always give kids room water temperature, because when you give a cold glass of water, it can always trigger headache, and particularly when they're always tired or experiencing mild dehydration. And also, if you know that a mere 2% drop of water in our body can actually trigger fuzzy short-term memory. This is why and that will cause children to have an understanding, a problem in understanding
so
basic.
That means, Shola, I just want to ask. So that means if the child is drinking water and if he's dehydrated, he's not drinking a water, dehydrated and goes for exam, that means he's going to have a short-term memory then.
Yes,
he's going to forget all the answers.
Most of the answers, So that is why, and also they will have difficulty. And also children have the difficulty on facing on a computer screen or reading printed pages in a book. This is why we recommend.
Ria, please can you mute yourself? Ria, please can you mute yourself? Miss Ria, please. Yes.
And Prerna too.
Yes.
And that is, I think it is actually caused by dehydration, because I can see you repeatedly calling out to people, and it's actually the next drinking water every day. Well into old age.
मुझे समझ में 2 मिनट भी नहीं लगता कौन कितना सुन रही है.
Okay. I think so.
आप कोशिश करो. तब तक आप उसको सिखाओ. मुझे आपसे सुनने का है.
Go on. Shola, please go on.
Suggestions is basically before starting their homework, you make sure that the kids have a glass of water, and they drink from it slowly, and they sip it slowly. Okay. The reason it will allow the body to process all the nutrients and the minerals well into their body. And also it is suggested that you send them to school with a bottle of water or thermos. It's necessary for their memories and learning. As we know that children, when they are in school, they generally don't drink water much. And that actually, they start the day with being fresh, but towards half the day, they start to lose the concentration. So because they don't hydrate themselves well. So this is why please tell your children to actually drink water to keep themselves hydrated, and to also, it is necessary for their memories and learning. And of course, I'd like to end this with what a better way than drink your water to better health. Drink water is what I always tell all the parents and the children. Thank you so much.
Such a beautiful session. Thank you so much. I think so, Shola, please can you just remove the slide share? Please can you remove the slide share?
I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It was a great session from Shola. As Shola have told about the therapy. Yeah. So what is therapy? What do you think? What do you feel therapy is? Therapy is something which relaxes you, something which brings out something good into yourselves, which naturally gives us good skin. Yes, that is there. But yeah, it also makes your mind calm and cool. So let's introduce Miss Prerna, who will be our next, who will be taking our next session. She's I think so. Prerna, please can you just hello, Prerna?
Everyone. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Prerna. Yeah, hi, Prerna. I can see you now.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. So she's going to take our meditation session today. So over to you, Prerna. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So till now we understood about the importance of eating habits, sleeping habits, importance of water in making mind healthy for upcoming examination. But the first most important thing you can put in your chat box, before everything for life, what is important is more than food, more than water. First thing which is important for life is
Your mind.
oxygen. Oxygen. Yes, very right, very right. Whosoever has said it, very superb, great answer. It is oxygen. So how can we forget about oxygen when we are taking such a session on boosting mind and talking about brain and dealing with stress and anxiety? So I am taking meditation and mindfulness session, how to cope using mindfulness about the fear or anxiety related to exam. Now, mindfulness, as the name suggests, I'll not go into very technical terms, but for the common understanding, mindfulness means making yourself aware of your own body, your own thoughts, your own emotions. A small, very little example, like we all breathe every time, 24/7, 12 months in a year, every month, every week, every second, we keep on breathing. We are not surviving without breathing, but we are not aware of it. We are not aware of it. For just 1 second, you close your eyes and observe that breathing pattern. How your nostrils, all of you please close your eyes just for 1 second. All of you please close your eyes and feel that breath which is coming through your nostrils, that air which is coming through your nostrils, through the trachea, going into your lungs. Then there is an exchange of oxygen and CO2. The pure oxygen goes into the lungs, to capillaries. The CO2 comes into the lungs, and then it is exhaled out through the nostril again. So for this few seconds which we did, this is called mindfulness. We have made ourselves aware of the breathing which we are doing every time. So mindfulness, as we say, it is one of the techniques which boost our memory, it boosts our attention, it boosts our concentration, it makes us more aware of the surrounding, it gives us self-control. It gives us self-control. If we are able to control our breath, we are actually able to control our emotions, our thoughts, and we can easily control the anxiety which we face during perform before going for any performance. Now, all of us, why it is important? At times, anxiety, a bit of anxiety is important also. Like if you see in past, all of us must have had some amount of stress when we performed something, when we appeared for some examination. Now, just think, if you would not have that anxiety in your mind, have you performed in the way you have actually performed? Though that anxiety was actually the trigger for you to do your best in that performance, in that examination. You did your best, you tried hard because of that small amount of stress or anxiety. But there are people, those who become perturbed about this anxiety and stress. Yes, somebody has written it is called functional anxiety. Very right. It is called eustress. Eustress. That is positive, when that anxiety works for us in a positive way. But for other person, it can become distress. They won't be able to perform. Like I usually get students, they say, ma'am, the moment I get question paper, I forget whatever I have studied. I forget simple formulas which I have studied. I'm not able to complete my calculation. I do small mistakes in plus, minus, and calculation. So what happens during that stress? If we are not able to function, that becomes distress. So overnight, we cannot control our anxiety. Overnight, we cannot control our fear. But with the process of mindfulness, when we practice it in a routine over a period of time, we are able to control our anxiety. We are able to control our frustration, our fear, and in course of time we will be able to perform better. So as it is a practice session, mindfulness is a practical thing. I want all of you to come onto your videos. Each participant, please come onto your videos and we'll have a quick mindfulness session. Everyone, please onto the video. Okay, now wherever you are sitting, just make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable, everyone. Now put your hands over your abdomen. Put your hands over your abdomen. Close your eyes and start breathing on the count of 1, 2, and 3 from your nostrils. Take a deep, long breath. Hold on for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And exhale from mouth, not from nose. Exhale from mouth. Can you see your abdomen moving? Can you feel your chest moving? Again, we do it. Scan your breath.
Yes, ma'am.
Take breath from your nose. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Exhale through mouth and observe the movement of chest and abdomen. Now you can open your eyes. This is how we are concentrating on our breath. Now, when you are going to appear for an examination or some performance or some public speaking, you are feeling anxious. You can do this exercise. You can do this routine. You can do this technique. You look for a corner where you can sit simply. You relax yourself. You sit in a posture which is comfortable to you and do this practice for 5 to 10 times. When you are able to regulate your breath, you will be able to relax your mind and allow your mind, which is that time it will be cluttered with all negative thoughts, all worries, like how you will perform, you won't be able to answer. Such thoughts come into mind. No, if what happened if I am not able to complete it in time, how I am going to do it for now, like that. Now you don't focus on those things. You put your affirmative thoughts into your mind. Like, I have studied. Listen to it very carefully. Students, please listen to this very carefully. I have studied whole year. I have studied whole year for this exam. I have done my preparation well. Each day, I have given time for my studies. I have not wasted my time. This is going to make my future. So you replace those negative thoughts which are overpowering you with these positive thoughts and control your breath. Do this 5 to 10 times wherever you find place before examination or before your performance or before any task which is given to you, and you will be able to find that peace flowing from your head to toe, and you will be able to control your thoughts, your body and your mind. That jitteriness, that anxiety, that movement of hands, that leg shaking, all that will go. And you can practice it, make it a practice every day. Then only on the day of examination, it will work for you, because preparation has to be done daily basis. Only one day you will be giving your final shot. So this will be the preparation which you have to do it every day. The final shot will be the day of the performance or examination, and you will definitely excel.
Yeah,
Now,
please clap. Please give a clap to her, because she have given such beautiful examples and such beautiful techniques for students to have the study into their mind, so that they can remember into a long term run. It will be there into their brains while writing the exams also. These all techniques will be helpful. So please, children, whoever students are there or whoever parents want to help their children, please write down all these of techniques. And even I would ask Miss Prerna and Miss Shola also to put their contacts on in the chat. And that's how that it was an excellent session. Prerna, thank you so much. It was such a great thing that you have shared.
Finishing line. Finishing line.
Yes.
To those, like, not all 5 fingers are equal. So there are students who are in the fear, in the phobia zone. Most are anxious, but few may be phobic. So for them, I want to say, all of you, please put your hand onto your chest like this. Everyone, each student, whosoever is having that phobia, put like this and say, I love myself. I want to hear. Please unmute and say. Unmute yourself and say, I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself. No matter whatever is the outcome. No matter whatever is the outcome.
Superb.
My value is not determined by my grades. My value is not determined by my grades. It is by my character. I may be a person with low grades, but I am a person with excellent character. I love myself
matters more than exams.
To love myself.
Yes.
I love myself because I choose to love myself. I love myself and I love myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Great. Superb. I want everyone to please clap for her. She had done such an awesome job. Okay, bringing all the things together. So first we have started with the life with exams. So how are our life with exams? So to continue those things in our life, let me give you just a small insight. Is like, when you plan your day, please make sure you drink properly. Make sure you plan your day with your timetable. Make sure you do meditation in your daily life, so that the results are shown on the exam day. Okay, make sure you all are like planning your day with setting a goal. The goal is the one which will make you achieve your future, what you have planned for future. It will only reach when you plan a goal for yourself. Plan a higher goal for yourself, so that you have steps daily, take small steps to reach to the goal. Okay, next is how to study. So when you make a pattern, when you make a timetable, you are easy to study. So make a timetable, how Mudassir have shared. Make a timetable for yourself. Stop comparing. Parents and students, please stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing with other student. Make yourself, yes, you are, as Prerna have just shared with us, you are what you are. Yes, make yourself in high in character. Exams are, yes, it is very much important, because exams will help you, is a step to reach to the next future, to your level. But you need to always keep yourself calm and cool. Okay, that's how meditation, what Prerna have showed us. Yes, drink water. Water is biggest element that God has given us, and the richest element to nourish our body. So drink water. And I'm thank you to you, all of you. Today it is already we have reached at 7. So thank you so much, and see you all in the next session, maybe on Sunday. So please join us on Sunday again. If any of queries are there, please, you can join, you can ask us, go on emocare.co.in. You can message us over there. You can write down what all queries you have. And even our Mudassar, Shola and Prerna have shared their numbers. Inshallah, we'll see you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All the best for exams.
All the best for
Yeah, all the
exams.
best for the
Yes.
exam.